Previously on Fire Emblem 6.
Really hope Douglas isn't going to wake up at the start of this enemy phase, because that would just ruin my day.
10 seconds later.
Stairway. No! Oh my god.
And now, let's get on with the episode.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Fire Emblem 6 Project Ember. Previously we completed, eventually, chapter 16, which was the castle siege, and that was pretty tough actually. This chapter, however, is going to be a lot faster. We'll get into more of that when we actually get into the map. At the request of King Mordred, Roy heads to the Saint's Tower outside Acquia. The Saint's Tower was once a place of worship for Saint Elamine. In the tower lay numerous secret relics relating to her. However, the sacred tower is now under the control of the revolutionaries. Bishop Wyndham now occupies the tower after betraying the Saint Elamine Church. So much like the previous guide in chapter 14X, I am going to be warp skipping this one. There is literally, like, no reason for me to not, as far as I can tell. This map is notoriously just not great. It's just a big climb up this tower. And Project Ember makes it even more tedious to play the normal way just because of, you know, siege tomes. Just a bunch of annoying stuff. Like, the enemies aren't really anything that special. Like, there's just kind of a general thing. I didn't check for any treasure on enemies, but I honestly don't see anything, like any stealables or any incentive to actually fight through this map the conventional way. And the boss here just has a purge and a fortify, so it's gonna be a warp skip map. There is actually some unique things about this map with Project Ember though, so I'll also go over those. You can see there's a bunch of enemy soldiers, which is pretty interesting. So in terms of the units, I don't even have full deployment. I'm just bringing Lena's gonna barrier up Roy, Saul's gonna warp, because Lena can't actually use the warp, otherwise I'd use warp on her because she actually has more range with it. The rest of the units are just here to either use like the angelic robes, like Sophia is. I have an angelic robe on Roy as well, or just to fight off some of the initial enemies. That's all I really need them to do. And yeah, that's about it. We'll talk more once we actually get into the map. Some pretty interesting stuff. Some pretty interesting changes. The glorious ascension. Well, that's gonna be quite glorious because it'll be so fast. No one will ever have got up this tower so fast before. Lord Rod's fled? What of me? I betrayed the church and took over this tower for him. Lord Rod's message said that he considers your work a failure. He says that because you couldn't bend the church, he has no use for you. This is all Yoda's fault if he hadn't meddled in my affairs. Very well, then this is our last mission. We have to die, and the Elysian army shall fall along with us. Prepare the heavenly arrows. But if we use those, we'll hit our own men as well. Though I detect dissent, Roach, you shall do as I say. Don't forget that I control the fate of your men's puny lives. If you don't obey me, my every command, I'll have them executed for treason. Yes, Lord Wyndham. After you prepare the arrows, I expect you to lead our forces from the front. Do you understand? Yes. Okay. This is the Saint's Tower. Saint Elamine's weapon, the Aureola spell tome, lies within. Thank you, Sir Douglas. Although we were enemies earlier, I appreciate your help. I have no need for thanks. I do as the king orders. Do not concern yourself. You saved Etruria. It is an honor to fight alongside you, Sir Douglas. So here's Douglas, the pain in the ass from last chapter. He's now on our side. I mean, yeah, he's pretty decent. Like 26 defense is not bad. He will get doubled by like basically everything, by the looks of it. I mean, but he's a pretty good physical wall. He has the Wishblade, which is his personal weapon. 1-2 range lance. That's 16 might, 80 hit. It's pretty good. I mean, yeah, that's all I really have to say. Douglas is just all right. He's a general. So, but anyway, the more noble thing about Douglas, however, is this Roach fellow. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This guy isn't here in Villa Happy Sticks, nor are all the other soldiers that are here. So why don't we try talking to this fellow with Douglas? Roach, is that you? General Douglas, you've returned. That's right, the king is safe now. Is that true, General? If so, then there's no reason for us to fight the Lycians. Correct, Roach. You're free to go if you wish. I can't. My men are stuck serving that dastard Wyndham. He's blackmailed them and threatened their families. I understand. I'll ask Lord Roy to spare your men. Thank you, General Douglas. Please allow me to accompany you. Very well. Yep. Roach is playable. I know, this is completely, like... When I first played this, I was so confused. I was like, what the hell is going on? It's some weird, like, fanfiction bullcrap. I don't really know, like, much story-wise besides what's already been presented to us now. But yeah, Roach is here. He's like, he just serves under Douglas. He's a playable soldier. However, I believe that after this map, so we can control Roach now, right? But after this map, he will no longer be like a normal controllable party member. And what will basically happen is similar to, is it Tanith? In Path of Radiance, the Pegasus Knight who can summon her NPC, like Falcon Knight Brigade. Essentially, Douglas can use this, a similar command to summon Roach and some other soldiers as green units into battle, which is really cool. So yeah, but right now he's just a free Brave Lance, so that's nice. But yeah, now the path is clear to the boss. So first order of business is, well, actually first turn I'm just gonna be moving upwards because we need to get some distance on the tower because Saul's warp range isn't enough. So the first turn I actually just need to get some distance on everybody. So what I'm actually gonna do here is just pop the Angelic Probe on Roy just to give myself a little bit of insurance, and then I'm just gonna heal that up. And I guess can Sophia kill one of these guys? I mean, maybe. Maybe. And they have only arrows, so on this map, similar to like the gimmicks, there's always a gimmick with the guiding chapters. Like on certain like lines across the map, like a certain line of tiles, I believe it's just random, there'll be like an AoE attack that will hit all units, enemies or allies in a line for like 10 damage. It's nothing we'll really have to concern ourselves with particularly. So yeah, nothing too crazy. But yeah, we're just gonna use the rest of our units to take care of the initial enemies at the front before we actually do warp skip. I do have to be a little careful. There is a bolting mage. Yeah, this guy, the sage bolting, which is a little bit scary, but he doesn't move, so it's very easy to tell where the range. You don't have a hand axe? God damn it. That's what I was trying to do. Well, shit. Okay, well, you're not in range of anything else. It's fine. Yeah, of course I also gave Milady the Delphi shield. It's probably gonna get passed around a little bit, but Milady is usually the one of my flyers that is gonna be on the front lines, so... Alright, nice. You got speed and defense. That's really good. Yeah, her speed cap's pretty low. It looks like it's either like 24 or 25. It's probably 24. But I mean, as soon as she caps the speed, the better, because I obviously want Milady to have as much speed as possible. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is just trade away your Brave Lance. I don't need it. Sorry. Thank you for your service, though. Man, I wanted to get Sophia the kill, but like, there's not really a reliable setup. I guess I could try critting with the Basilisk, but that would suck. Although I guess I can just dance for her, I suppose. Pretty sure there's only that one bolting that's in range of me right now. Even then, I think Sophia would actually live a hit. You don't have, yeah, Hellfire. I mean, I can check global range, yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything too crazy going on. Yeah, enemy Mage Knights. I think this is the first time we've come across enemy Mage Knights in this game. Nearly a level. That's okay. Alright. And then I guess I'll just stick Percival here with a javelin, whatever. Get Saul ready to warp people. Well, get ready to warp Roy, I should say. Because I'm only gonna be warping Roy. This guy's brave sword. And yet Percival could not care less. Yeah, this chapter is gonna be much faster than chapter 16, which was very time consuming. So I'm not complaining about being able to warp skip this map whatsoever. There we go. Yeah, there's the Heavenly Arrow. Probably the first of a few, but hopefully we won't actually be seeing too many of them. So if I warp from here, how far can I go? Yeah, that's not really good enough. We're gonna need some more distance than that. So if I put Roy right here, yeah, this works pretty well actually. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna barrier up Roy. He has as much res as possible because there are a couple sages and the siege chums and whatnot up that way. So yeah, if I put Roy on this tile, and then I dance for him so he can actually move, because you know that's always helpful, right? Yeah, that's ideal. So yep, just warp Roy all the way up because, like, you can probably tell, like, going through this whole map, like, all the way around, it's just kind of unnecessary and slow. Like, really slow. And yeah, I mean, we can take this guy out with one round with a Brave Sword. He only has a Purge, so he can't retaliate against me. I have 28 res on Roy, so, like, these guys can't really do shit. There's a Silent Staff. I don't think there's any, like, Sleep or, like, Berserk or anything dumb like that around, so this should be completely fine. Perish, every last one of you. Everything to ash. A crit would be lovely to save some uses of the Brave Sword. Like, really lovely. You see, I did check, and, like, I need the Brave Sword to actually kill this guy in one turn. I tried using the Silver Blade, it only does, like, 40 damage. So, yeah, there we go. Oh my god. Wait, that ends the map? I didn't even have to see it! Was it kill boss? Okay, I guess it was kill boss. Because when I tested, I didn't actually kill the boss. I just checked my damage, checked, you know, if Roy could survive. Well, this was a very short episode. Even shorter than I thought, because I was going to mess around with a few more turns or something. Okay. Lord Ori found the tome. So Douglas, is this it? Yes, it is. This is the Glorious Ascension, Aureola, St. Elamine's weapon. Maybe we make use of it? King said to take anything in the tower that may be of use, and St. Elamine Church is on our side as well. If any oppose our use of it, then I will negotiate. Alright, thank you, Sir Douglas. Thank you, General Douglas. My men are safe now, thanks to you. You should thank Roy, not me. He's the one who saved our nation. Yes, but you're the one who ensured the safety of my men. This isn't much, but please, take this. I'm sure it'll be more use to you. And we get a rune sword. Okay. And we get a spear. Okay. We're just getting given random gear. And a tomahawk. Cool. And an elixir. We're just getting rewards. Should you ever find yourself in a dire situation, don't hesitate to call upon me. My men and I will always be loyal to you. Roach, thank you. Alright, yeah, sick. Princess Guinevere, I must speak with you. The attack on Bern will begin after we finish in Etruria. Did someone tell you already? No, I simply knew that it would come to this eventually. I cannot leave Bern unopposed any longer. I know it will be painful to see your homeland invaded, but... Alright, I want you to have this. What is it? Bern's greatest treasure, the Fire Emblem. What? In southern Bern lies a temple called the Shrine of Seals. Within it lies the Sword of Hodmud, founder of Bern. Is it a legendary weapon? Yes, the most powerful of them all, in fact. It was made to slay the leader of the dragons in the Scouring. Its power was so immense that it had to be sealed away after the war. Fire Emblem is the key to accessing it once more. The key. My brother is forcing the world into submission with military might. I cannot forgive him, no matter his reasons. All we must do to stop him is defeat the dragons he commands. Princess Guinevere. I will be remembered in infamy as a traitor to my nation. No. People will resent me for the rest of my days. Roy, promise me this one thing. When we invade Bern, do not harm any civilians. I will not, I promise you. Thank you. And we get the aureola. So yeah, that was chapter 16X. Even shorter video than I imagined, but there you go. That's all you need to do to skip that chapter, because playing the conventional way, as I said, pretty dull. So yeah, short video. I hope you guys don't mind. Next time we're doing chapter 17. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you then. Bye bye.